It's your girl Valerie again. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And please turn on your notification bell for when I upload new videos. Today's been a busy day for me. I've been trying to do all my reviews just because of work. I've been busy and I haven't had time to watch anything really. So um I'm up to date. It's just reviewing tonight's episode and I should be up to date with everything. Anyway, so it's the morning after after the parent sort of challenge parenting challenge, and everybody is saying how exhausted they were because they were felt they were being quite busy with the babies, and now you know they sort of were having a debriefing session and discussing, I think, and sort of reflecting on how they performed with the dolls and how the guys performed with the dolls. And India was very impressed. The guys kept teasing Jamie that he was the father of the year since he got the trophy, and and they were sort of acknowledging that he had done most of the work. India really hadn't done much, which I think is true. Anyone that was saw that. And then Paige receives a text to say that she and Adam will be the first to go on a date, and everybody else was there at the villa. So they went off and they went on a date on a yacht. Uh, with Paige and Adam, for me, I think Paige is a bit tricky for me. I think Paige is a nice person. I don't know her. The bit that I've seen of her, I like parts of it. The only part that I didn't like is the way she behaved towards Danica when Antigone was sort of booted out the villa because the guys voted to save Antigone, and I think she wanted them to save they voted to save Danica, and I think she wanted them to vote to save Antigone. Anyway, so other than that, I haven't really had a problem with her. I was surprised at how fast she moved from Jax to Adam, but she seems happy with Adam. I don't know how genuine that relationship is. On their date, they were talking about meeting the parents and sort of because they've previously discussed that they live on opposite ends of the country, and so they were trying to figure out how they would see each other. And then on the stage, they were discussing how, about meeting the parents, and Adam was saying, his parents will definitely love Paige. And I think, given the fact that most of the guys do say she's a nice person, I wouldn't be surprised if he sees that. He did acknowledge that, it takes a, no matter how challenging you are as a person, it only takes one person to help sort of motivate you and bring out the best in you. And Adam seems to think that Paige is that person for him. He thinks he's grown. He acknowledges that his journey this time on Love Island is quite different from before. And so they seem to enjoy their date. They do make out. Obviously, they talk about meeting parents. They get back to the villa, they debrief with everybody and tell them what happened on their date. I don't know. I truly want to believe that they're serious. I personally truly want to believe that they're serious about this relationship and they are going to pursue it after Love Island, and it's just not something that they're doing to sort of gain popularity or to win the show. And while they're on their date, the boys sort of make fruit platters for the girls, and Gemma acknowledges that the boys have been doing nice things for them. And she was sort of saying, well, if they're doing nice things for us, then we will just continue to accept them. I think the girls were sort of having a conversation and sort of felt a bit guilty, but they since got over it. Um, the guys made fruits which they said were sort of arts, and they were the girls' faces. And Gemma wasn't impressed with the art that Luca made of her face. She said it looked grumpy, so she was going to be grumpy. Um, I don't know. I think the boys are doing all these nice gestures. It's nice. I would love for the girls just one morning to just wake up and make the boys breakfast or something, and just give them attention as they have, because they've made a brunch for them. They've given them they've done a spa. Now they've made fruit platters. It would be nice if it was reciprocated and the girls would do something for them. After Adam and Paige return, Dami and India go on their date. And I really loved it. I jumped the same as Indian Dami when the loud bangs were going on, because I knew they were safe, because obviously production would have cleared the area because it was deserted, but still just the banging. And then it was only when everybody came out, the flamenco dancers, the band. it looked lovely, and I liked how the colors sort of coordinated with what Demi and India were wearing. I don't know whether that was done intentionally. They sat down, had a conversation. I think these dates are very producer driven, and whichever producer is working with a couple has sort of done something that maybe the couple has hinted that they would want to do. And so I think, I don't know, with India and Demi, it was nice. It was nice. Don't get me wrong. It was nice. They had their own little table set up, and they had a conversation. I don't know whether it was their type of thing though. I don't know if it's something that they would ever consider doing. I don't know. I can see Paige and Adam on a boat, and I can see Davide and Ekin-su doing what they're doing, but I don't know whether that was the best thing, or maybe they just thought it, since it had sort of a carnival feel, that Demi and India would appreciate that. I don't know. And they had a conversation, and the reason why I say everything is producer driven is because everybody is sort of seems to be sort of summarizing their relationship and their sort of their journey on the show. And Demi did ask India to be his girlfriend. They have previously told each other they love each other. I think Demi also sort of hinted that though Ireland is his home and that's all he's ever known, he's happy to move to London because of India. And I'm like, don't make promises you won't be able to keep. I think he should have said maybe I'm happy to come down and visit and see if it's somewhere I would be happy to move to, instead of making that commitment that I'm moving down to London and then you get to London and you don't like it because you're so used maybe to a slower pace of life. That's just me. They seem happy with their dates. They have communications. They discuss, their relationship and how they started from, being strangers. Then they were friends. Then they started dating, and sort of India hinted that she was attracted to him when she first saw him. When she first saw Dami, and Dami asked her why she didn't let him know, otherwise he would have pursued her sooner rather than later. And so they get back to the villa, they debrief with everybody. The girls are excited that Dami and India are now boyfriend and girlfriend. And while they're having the debriefing, that's when Ekin-su receives a message to say that she and David are going on a date. And the Colosseum sort of date for David and Ekin-su makes sense. It does make sense. They had this performer there who performed some sort of opera, and I think Davide, the boys before he left, were sort of asking him whether he was going to tell Ekin-su that he loves her. I think because this is something they hadn't discussed. And so when they got there, they had a conversation and they discussed, and Davide told Ekin-su that he loved her because he told the guys that he wouldn't say it in Italian because saying it in Italian would mean that he wants to marry her. So he said it in English. They Ekins was very emotional about the whole thing. She said this was the best date. All everybody said this was the best date that they've been on, and so I really don't know what's going to happen. Is I'm still questioning. It's too much. It's too much that everybody has a happily ever after. It's too much, I think, and it makes it not seem genuine. In just That's just my opinion because you can't have all these relationships suddenly. The final week, everybody's telling each other, "I love you. Let's be boyfriend and girlfriend." No one is fighting. Everybody. This to me indicates that maybe the producers are trying to sort of give their couples happily ever after because they have this urge to make sure that their couple wins because everybody believes that these people generally have a connection. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. So the only two people left are uh, the only two couples, sorry, left are Tasha and Andrew and Luca and Gemma. And obviously, because I think it took time for the other couples to go on their dates, come back, debrief, and the next couple does the same. And so it's going to be interesting to see what they do for the other two. It's going to be interesting to see what sort of dates they arrange for Gemma and Luca and Tasha and Andrew. But anyway, I digress. Thanks, guys, for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thanks, everyone. Bye.